Nalissa Smith and Angel Reese both got technical fouls, and things got a little chippy between the two.
Chicago's done a nice job defensively. Nice pass.
Right there.
How did Dejournay hit that to Smith? That was in our line of sight. There wasn't any daylight.
Yeah, the speed and accuracy of that pass.
Now we got some chippiness. Smith and Reese jawing at each other.
All right, stop scrolling because the WNBA drama just got served with a side of uncomfortable reality. And Angel Reese is reportedly front and center, sharing a laugh that many are finding tone deaf. We're talking about the Chicago Sky, Angel Reese's team, finding themselves in a bizarre situation. They have the same number of wins as the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark's team, even though Clark has been sidelined with an injury, and the Fever's offense has reportedly looked lost without her. While the Fever struggle, Angel Reese is reportedly out here laughing, seeming to find amusement in their defeats. It's like she just discovered the Fever's game plan was written by a confused GPS recalculating directions. You're watching WNBA Scoop, and we're breaking down why Angel Reese is reportedly laughing at the Fever's struggles, why this situation is highlighting some uncomfortable truths about the WNBA this season, and why for some, it feels like the league is just ignoring these strange optics. Get ready, because this is less like a basketball season and more like a weird reality show playing out on the court.
Charles,
Give me that! Jesus, dude, when Nalissa Smith is doing that to you, you know you just aren't ready for it, man. When Nalissa Smith is D'ing you up, blocking her shot, folks, Angel, you cooked her up last year. What happened?
The Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever, two teams that have been in the spotlight thanks to players like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, reportedly have something unexpected in common right now. They both have 2 wins. People watching say, there's not a world where that should ever be a thing right now, meaning it doesn't make sense for the Fever, who have Caitlin Clark, to have the same number of wins as the Sky, who have struggled and faced their own problems. People are saying, I don't give a damn if Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham are out, meaning even with some players sidelined for Indiana, it's still strange that the win-loss records are the same. Angel Reese is reportedly out here laughing, seeming amused by the Fever's struggles and their losses since Caitlin Clark got injured. While Caitlin Clark is sidelined with an injury, and her team's offense has reportedly looked lost, like it's having a full-blown problem with figuring out how to score, Angel Reese is reportedly soaking it all in. People are saying the Fever's offense without Clark looks like it has no spacing, no rhythm, just vibes and missed layups, like they're watching 5 strangers panic in an escape room. And Angel Reese, reports say, is finding this whole thing funny, like it's premium courtside comedy. She's reportedly laughing at the fact that without Caitlin Clark, the Fever team looks less like a skilled basketball team and more like a group project gone horribly wrong, with no clear plan or execution. The Dallas Wings are even brought up, with some saying they might be worse than the Fever right now.
By the way, this started off by Nalissa Smith going for a rebound and Angel just shoving her. Just shoving her and then complaining to the refs. And by the way, I don't blame Angel Reese for, shoving people and expecting to get away with it. The referees have shown that you are allowed to shove people and get away with it. Like, that is a given. So,
but the big surprise, and what's making Angel Reese reportedly laugh, is that the Chicago Sky and the Dallas Wings have reportedly officially tied the Indiana Fever in wins. The Chicago Sky are reportedly just one joke off, being what one person predicted as a 6-seed team, which isn't seen as a compliment. The Indiana Fever, on the other hand, were expected to be a strong team, a team with a lot of young talent like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, and a lot of hype, making people think they should be winning more games. Yet, they only have 2 wins, the same as the Sky. And people are saying the Sky are treating Angel Reese like she's just a player on a pinball machine, moving her around from one position to another like she's just bouncing around confused. People are pointing out that every time any of these players or coaches were interviewed, especially before the season started, all they talked about was how the Indiana Fever were going to play fast-paced basketball, running up and down the court. But people watching feel like they haven't really seen that happen yet.
Now, if I was to take bets in this, Nalissa Smith versus Angel Reese, I'm putting all of my $2.47. I'm putting all of that on Nalissa Smith. All right, I'm not sure it would be even close. Like, I'm not sure Angel Reese would actually want that to turn into something where hands are involved.
Angel Reese, meanwhile, has reportedly had a chaotic season herself. People are saying it's been so messy, she might as well be sponsored by medicine for motion sickness. She's reportedly been benched, moved to different spots on the court, and put in different lineups like a little kid playing a basketball video game with random players. And even though her own season has been confusing and maybe not as good as some expected, she's reportedly giggling on the sidelines like she just watched a super funny TV show. Why? Because even with all her own problems on the court, the Indiana Fever, the team with the biggest star, are somehow still at her team's level in terms of wins. People are saying, now that my friends is comedy gold. It's funny to them that the team with all the hype and the big star is winning just as much as the team with all the drama and questions around its own star.
What happened last year? Was it the Indiana Fever on the jersey? That made you go extra hard? Was it that other player on that team that was like, oh, that 22, oh, I really want to show her something? Is that what really made it? Because in these matchups against the Dallas Wings, you really haven't been anything special at all. Maybe Nalissa Smith was tired of seeing her in a meme all offseason. Nalissa's like, you know what? That next time I play her, I'm not going to let her cook me and do me like that.
People are talking about the Sky's coach, Tyler Marsh, and how he might have changed how Angel Reese is playing this year, maybe trying to make her a player who brings the ball up the court more. People are saying that people who bet on games might need to change their bets because the Sky and the Fever are playing differently than expected. People are joking that Angel Reese is missing her first shot in games so often, they're counting the days. And it's been 6 days in a row. People are saying the people who joke about this are diabolical, meaning they're funny in a bad way for pointing it out. People think that with a player like Caitlin Clark, who broke scoring records in college like they were easy to break, the Fever should be winning a lot more games. They think the Fever got a golden ticket by drafting her. But instead of having a strong offense, people say their offense looks like people arguing in a group chat. Loud, messy, and not really getting anywhere. People say that even though Clark has been scoring a lot and making great passes, her team has still been losing close games, which counts as a loss.
And if you guys don't remember, like even last season, the two of them were getting into it through the entire season. The two of them were getting into it, and you saw literally when the referees tried to break it up, you saw them just go like, don't. Like the two of them want to get into it. And again, this is a rivalry.
People are saying that the Fever team, even though they have a lot of talent, has some big problems that were there before Clark but are really showing now. People are saying that their play near the basket isn't good, the other team is playing harder than them, they're not getting as many rebounds, and their defense is sometimes all over the place. People say the team is missing shots and not shooting well, and they think a big problem is that when Clark isn't playing, the player who brings the ball up and makes plays isn't good enough. They say the team is stacked with talent. Clark's playmaking, Aaliyah Boston's presence near the basket, players who can shoot and play defense. But even with all that, they're winning just as many games as the Sky, who, people say, are being held together with things like duct tape and hope.
Through your perspective on the flagrant foul, what was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know? If either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
People are saying that the Sky are not winning a lot either, and Angel Reese isn't playing amazing, but because nobody expected the Sky to be really good, being just okay feels like a win for them. But the Fever, people expected them to be a top team, and they're not winning like one. People are saying that if Angel Reese gets a certain number of rebounds and points, a double-double, her team usually loses, like it happens almost every time. But if she doesn't get those numbers, her team plays better and might win. People are saying that Angel Reese is reportedly laughing because even though her own team is having a tough season, the team with the biggest star, the Indiana Fever, is winning just as many games as her team. People say Angel Reese is not always playing well, she's sometimes sitting on the bench and they're moving her around on the court. But her team is still tied with the Fever in wins. People are saying this is a strange joke that makes you question things. They're wondering why a team with so much talent is struggling just as much as a team that wasn't expected to be good.
Angel Reese playing like trash all game, but that confidence doesn't waver, I guess, right? The arrogance doesn't waver, right? We could miss layups, we can miss shots, but that confidence doesn't waver at all. I mean, look at this. Angel Reese, after going 3 for 12 on the night, at this point, she has a historic play where she elbows Dejanay out the way And here we go. Move it, little girl. And yeah, Angel Reese talking that trash. Yeah. You guys can't stop me. I'm 4 for 13.
People are saying that this whole situation with the Fever and the Sky being tied in wins is making the WNBA look funny. They say you never know what's going to happen in a game, and sometimes it feels confusing to watch. Angel Reese laughing through it all, even when her own team isn't playing great, might just show how strange and unpredictable this season is. People are saying it's a season of chaos, comedy, and confusion. And Angel Reese laughing at the Fever's losses while her team is struggling too might just be a perfect way to show how weird this season is. People are saying that the Fever team, even with all their talent, is struggling to win games, and their coach might be making some decisions that people don't understand. People are joking that the coach is using a magic 8-ball to decide who plays, instead of using a real plan. They say the team has talented players, but they're not playing well together.
So the WNBA might as well just name Caitlin Clark the MVP right now, because so far she's missed 2 games due to injury, and not only have the Fever lost both games, but now in this one, they lost to quite possibly the worst team in the league, which just shows how important of a piece she is to that team. She's averaging 19 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds a game this year in the 4 games she played. She is super important to that team, and it's proving it that she is the most valuable player on that team.
People are also pointing out that the WNBA made a big deal about Caitlin Clark before the season started, putting her in commercials and talking about her everywhere. They made it seem like she was going to change the league and bring in huge numbers of fans. And she did bring a lot of attention and people watching, but now that the Fever are losing games and Clark is hurt, the league's big plan is looking shaky. People are saying that the league is now showing videos of Angel Reese doing things online while the Fever are losing, like they're trying to get attention that way. People are saying that Clark being hurt is like a moment where the league's big plan is falling apart.
She's going to be out for a couple weeks. Let's see how viewership does in the 3 weeks that she's out. Let's see how ticket sales go when she's out. Let's see how the WNBA as a whole comes out. Because I think they're trying to make a message to the WNBA that, hey, look, we don't necessarily have to put this woman on a pedestal. Like, she doesn't need to be treated like Jesus, Mary, Mother of God, anything like that. But I think if the WNBA wants to go in the right way with these CBA negotiations and getting bigger and more prominent, they need to embrace change. And she is good change for the WNBA.
People are saying that the WNBA put all their hopes on Caitlin Clark, like she was going to save the league. But now she's hurt, and her team is losing, and the league is trying to figure out what to do. People are saying that a team with this much talent should be winning a lot more games, and that it's a problem with the coaching or the way the team is playing together. People are saying that Angel Reese laughing at the Fever losing games is funny because her own team is doing just as badly, but it shows that she's paying attention to the Fever and that she's still focused on the rivalry with Caitlin Clark, even when Clark isn't playing. People are saying that this season is full of surprises and that you never know what's going to happen. People are saying that Angel Reese's laugh might be because she sees that the team with all the hype and the big star is winning just as much as her team that wasn't expected to win much. It's like she's thinking, see, even without the big star, they're not that much better than us. People think this shows that maybe the Fever team isn't as good as people thought, or that the Sky team is doing better than expected, or maybe a mix of both.
WNBA refs off Craigslist because I don't know what's going on. So you mean to tell me Angel can not only grab and pull the girl down on her, no call, but then Boston got her hands straight up in the air, not doing nothing, and the other girl tangled up in her, and then Boston get called for the foul. It's obviously an agenda out on Indiana Fever. Even with Caitlin sitting on the bench, they still doing this. Somebody please tell me what's going on.
Not seeing Angel Reese chase after Alyssa Smith here. This is one of those basketball fights where no basketball things where people chirp at each other and they don't jump up and run after the person. Like you know it's a bit different on that one there. And by the way, I don't think that the situation with Caitlin and Angel shows that they hate each other. I think they just hate each other. Period. I think they just hate each other in general.
People are saying that the WNBA needs to figure out how to make the games exciting even when Caitlin Clark isn't playing. They need to show that there are other good players and other interesting teams. People are saying that this season is confusing and hard to predict, which makes it interesting for some fans, but also makes the league look like it doesn't have a clear plan. Angel Reese laughing might just be a way for her to handle the strange situation and the pressure she's under too. People are saying that this season is a big test for the WNBA and that everyone is watching to see what happens next. What do you think about Angel Reese laughing at the Fever's losses? Is it funny, or is it just showing a lack of professionalism? Let me know in the comments below.